thousands of angels. You see that? He maketh the clouds his chariots. But who's rolling in these chariots? The chariots of the Most High are 20,000. And they seeing them everywhere right now. Even thousands of angels. It said the Most High is among them as in Sinai, in the holy place. See? So these chariots are driven by the angels. And MASHAYACH coming back with 200 million angels. So now, going to 2 Ezra 13, it says, in verse 33, 2 Ezra 13:33, and when all the people hear his voice, every man shall in their own land leave the battle they have one against another. Now you gotta understand. How you hear what it said? When they hear his voice, what y'all talking about an air raid, a siren? He said everybody fighting in their own lands gonna hear his voice. When they hear his voice, everybody gonna stop fighting in their lands and come to fight him. Right? So now, look at Isaiah 47:3, what he said. Isaiah 47:3. How everybody in their own land gonna hear his voice? He said, thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yeah, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance. He coming to judge and make war, y'all. And I will not meet thee as a man. So he coming in his angelic power. And everybody gonna hear his voice. Come on now. You gotta hear what it's saying. What kind of power that's gonna be? It tell you everybody gonna hear his voice. Look what it says. Verse 33 of 2 Ezra 13th chapter. And when all the people hear his voice, every man shall in his own land leave the battle they have one against another. What kind of siren is that going to be? Every man in his own land going to hear the voice of MASHAYACH YAHAWASHI. And they're going to stop fighting each other to prepare to fight him. That's what it's saying. An innumerable multitude, that's the army, the navy, the marines, the air forces of all these nations shall be gathered together as thou sawest them, willing to come and to overcome him by fighting. But he shall stand upon the top of the Mount Zion. That represents the 12 tribes of Israel, y'all. That Zion is the 12 tribes of Israel. He gonna stand upon the top of Mount Zion, which is the 12 tribes of Israel. Look, Isaiah 51:16. Isaiah 51:16. Just proves who the Zion is, without a shadow of a doubt. And I have put I have put my words in thy mouth, and I have covered thee in the shadow of mine hand, that I may plant the heavens and lay the foundation of the earth, and say unto Zion, thou art my people. You see? He's saying, awake, awake, like he told us here. Did he tell us in 2 Ezra, the 2nd chapter? We just read this. Awake, awake, he's saying, wake up, stand up. Did he tell us to stand up? Come, Yasharallah. He said, O Jerusalem, representing the 12 tribes of Israel, which has drunk of the hand of the Most High the cup of his fury, captivity, slavery, and bondage, but not following what he told us to do. Thou hast drunk in the dregs of the cup of trembling and wrung them out. See, going back to 2 Ezra 13. Verse 35. But he shall stand upon the top of the Mount Zion, and Zion shall come. Remember, Zion represent who? Most High's people, who are who? The 12 tribes of Israel. Shall come, and shall be showed to all men. Everybody gonna see the 12 tribes of Israel, gonna be showed to all men, being prepared and builded, like as thou sawest the hill graven without hands. That's what you gotta read from 1 on down. He giving an understanding of what he said from 1 on down. And this my son, who is that? That's a MASHAYACH in the Old Testament, prophesied from Revelation 19:11, coming to judge and make war. And this my son shall rebuke the wicked inventions, their army, the navy, the marines, and the air force ordinances, their war inventions of those nations, which for their wicked life are fallen into the tempest, which they're wicked because of their wicked life, they're going to fall into the fire, and shall lay before them their evil thoughts. See, people think your thoughts, you can think whatever you want to think. You're going to have to pay for your thoughts. He's going to lay before them their evil thoughts. He's going to tell them what their thoughts were. And the torments wherewith they shall begin to be tormented. He's going to tell them how they get ready to be tormented. This is serious. You see this? Verse 38. And shall lay before them their evil thoughts and the torments wherewith they shall begin to be tormented, which are like unto a flame. That's the fire. And he shall destroy them without labor. How? By the law of the Most High that he wrote with his finger, the work of the Most High, which is like unto fire. And see that fire, Salakia, that fire is the word of the Most High. We just read 2 Ezra 13 and verse 32 on down to verse 38. So he's going to destroy them by the law. The same law that you preachers are saying that we're not under. And we are. He's going to destroy you by the law. So it's very important that we see this and change. And stop being rebellious. Because you have those that are still, in this day, desiring to be as the heathen. As it was. They like the Grecian way better than our own way. Well, he said in Isaiah 5 and 13. Isaiah 5:13. He said, therefore my people are gone into captivity. Why? Because they have no knowledge. And we know the fear of the Most High is the beginning of knowledge. Proverbs 1:7. But fools hate wisdom and instruction. Can't tell them what to do because they're a fool. Therefore, my people are gone into captivity because they have no knowledge. And their honorable men are famished, and their multitude dried up with thirst. Therefore, hell hath enlarged herself and opened her mouth without measure. Hear that? Hell hath enlarged herself and opened her mouth without measure. Because we forgot the Most High. We forgot to follow what he told us to do. Therefore, hell has enlarged herself and opened her mouth without measure. Can't even be measured so deep of how we brought ourselves into hell behind what we did in breaking the Most High's laws, statutes, commandments. And their glory in their multitude and their pomp, and he that rejoices shall descend into it. It say that, and the mean man, you think you all that, shall be brought down, and the mighty man shall be humbled. Shall be humbled. And the eyes of the lofty, the proud, shall be humbled. But the Most High power of hosts shall be exalted in judgment. HaMASHAYACH power of hosts, power of armies, of angels, 200 million that's coming with them, shall be exalted in judgment. The Most High that is holy shall be sanctified in righteousness. That's why he say he going to kill them without labor by the law, which is like unto fire. Then shall the lambs feed after their manner. In the waste places of the fat ones shall strangers eat. Woe unto them that draw iniquity with cords of vanity, and sin as it were with a cart rope. He said, destruction unto you that draw iniquity with cords of vanity, vain things that have no merit with the Most High, and sin as it were with a cart rope. That say, let him make speed and hasten his work. Make it fast, that we may see it. And let the counsel of the Holy One of Israel draw near, draw nigh, mean draw near, and come, that we may know it. Because they are really believing in the Most High's word. A lot of them don't even know what's prophesied to happen on this earth. They just go on from day to day, living how they own with their own vain opinion. Woe unto them that call evil good. You hear that? Woe or destruction to them that call evil good and good evil. You telling them what's good, but they say it's evil. Coming back with evil. But you tell them what's good. Why? Because you're thinking about what the word of the Most High says when the book is closed. But they think it's evil. Woe unto the destruction unto them that call evil good and good evil. Some of you think the way you think or the way the world is the right way. That's saying evil is good. And you telling them what's right according to the scriptures, because the book is closed. Now you operating how you're supposed to operate, knowing what the scriptures say, thinking about what the scriptures say before you even answer or deal with any situation. But they think you're coming with evil because it's against what they want to deal with in their mind and dealing with this world. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light. You hear that? They put ignorance. That's why MASHAYACH said, the light is shining in darkness, and the darkness comprehend it not. So if you can't comprehend this, you in darkness, you in ignorance, you ignorant, you not knowing. Woe to them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Wise, woe unto them, he said, that are wise in their own eyes, imputed in their own sight. Woe unto them. You hear this? Over and again, he said, destruction unto you that do this and think like this and act like this and speak like this. Woe unto them that are mighty to drink wine and men of strength to mingle strong drink, which justify the wicked for reward. And that's what a lot of preachers do. They justify the wicked for reward. And take away the, and some of you that's following these pork chop beating preachers, you justifying the wicked, your wicked preacher, for reward. And you giving them all your money. And take away the righteousness of the righteous from him. Take away those that's trying to follow what's right from him. Oh, you don't need to know that right now. You know, that's a little bit above your knowledge, wisdom, understanding. You know, the Most High ain't gave you that wisdom to be able to even come to ask me that question, because they can't answer it. That's why he's saying destruction unto them that justify the wicked for reward. Yeah, we're going to give you this amount of money. We're going to come up in the church. We got we are voting, so we want to come up in your church and get all the people to vote for me. The wicked. What have they done for us? What has been done for us? We want to make sure that we take care of the so-called African Americans in America. Woe to them that which justify the wicked for reward. That's why I tell you in Micah 3:11 that you teach for hire, for reward, and take away the righteousness of the righteous from him. Therefore, as the fire devours the stubble, as the fire devours stubble, tumbleweeds, and the flame consumeth the chaff, that's the part of the wheat that ain't no good, that the wind just blows away. So their root shall be as rottenness. Hear that? Your root gonna be as rottenness, and their blossom shall go up as dust. Go up as dust, because they have cast away the law of the Most High of hosts. I'm gonna tell you, can't make no difference. All the Spirit said. The reason why you're saying we not under the law, I'm warning you, as the Most High Spirit is coming forth to let you know. Therefore, as the fire devours the stubble, you know how fire, if it get in tumbleweeds, you know how out here in California, all you do is throw a cigarette out there, or a fire, any light a fire, match, whatever, boom. How California just be burning every year? Stubble. Dried up tumbleweeds, he's saying. Therefore, as the fire devours the stubble, and the flame consumeth the chaff, so their root shall be as rottenness, and their blossom shall go up as dust, because they have cast away the law of the Most High power of hosts. You hear that? He say gonna burn you up because you have cast away the law of the Most High power of hosts. They the Most High's laws. And despise the word of the Holy One of Israel. Therefore, is the anger of the Most High kindled against his people. That's you that following these, that are telling you not under the law of the Most High, what he wrote with his finger, the work of the Most High, giving the Most High the middle finger. Can't put it no clearer than that. Therefore is the anger of the Most High kindled against his people, and he have stretched forth his hand against them, and have smitten them, and the hills did tremble, and their carcasses, that show dead bodies, were torn in the midst of the streets. For all this his anger is not turned away, but his hand is stretched out still. What you gonna do when he come for you, y'all? That's why I say, woe to rebellious Israelites. We gotta change. This for all of us. We gotta change. I'm gonna end with this. It's how I began. Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High. If you know what the fear of the Most High, give you many examples of the fear of the Most High in this lesson. Be afraid, be scared of the Most High, highly respect him. Keep his commandments. And keep his commandments. Hear what it says? Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man. It's the whole duty of man. To fear the Most High and keep his commandments. It says, for the Most High shall bring every work into judgment. Everything that we have done, everything that we have thought, everything that we have spoken, everything that we have brought forth as an action in these mortal bodies, for the Most High shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing. Remember, the Most High's eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men and even the secret parts. That's why it says with every secret thing. Y'all think the Most High don't see you? It's been written in the books. And when the books are open, it's going to be the judgment. Whether it be good or whether it be evil. And if it's good, hey, you're going to say, hey, well done, servant. Coming to the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the earth. If it's been evil, he's going to cast your butt into the lake of fire. As it is written. Because your name is going to be written in the book of life. Just what this is all about for us. That we do things that when the judgment comes, our names can be written in the book of life. And with that, I say, I hope you'll go over this. I hope you understand how important it is. Why he said, woe to rebellious Israelites. We got to change. And the change is being born again. The change is becoming a new creature. The change is becoming a new man. The change is becoming a new woman. and endure it until the end to be saved. That's salvation, to be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us. And be judged in a righteous judgment that will be worthy to make it to the kingdom, to be taught of the Most High, to make that change and live forever and ever and ever and ever in a righteous world. Everybody that hear my voice, that hear these lessons, you should want to be in a righteous kingdom, but wait for this wickedness that we see. Turn on your news, man. All you see is wickedness every day. Every day is some wickedness going on. You should want to be in a righteous kingdom. Ain't gonna be like this kingdom, but these kingdoms, point blank. This earth is polluted, man. So I digress. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you'll study this. I hope you'll continue to tune in to Shoulda Was and We Got Next through Freestyle Wam. And I'm out. Shalom. Much love.